It's a good time. Damn good time. It's a damn good time. It's a damn good time podcast. Do. Damn good time. It's a fucking damn good time.
All right.
I don't even know why we have to sing it.
I don't know.
It's a damn good time.
I normally
Maybe we
just
should
like-
fucking come in with slam poetry one of these days.
I normally let you do it because then I start trying to come in at the wrong time too. And then I just mess you up, or I'm offbeat with it too, so it doesn't make any sense at all.
Yeah, we freestyle.
But hey, all good.
But we're not good at freestyle, but we try. We dabble.
I mean, I think we are. It's just maybe not at the same time.
Right.
Who's good at duo freestyle at the same time?
You know who are? We are, because that's right, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the show. This is a Damn Good Time podcast. I'm Steve Schaefer,
Yeah, I'm Cody Adams.
and welcome to the show. I did it backward, but I ran with it. We freestyled it. I'm waiting on you.
Shitty intro.
Yeah. Hey, man. We took a week off. Yeah.
Yeah.
We took a week off, and that's what happens. You get a little rusty.
Whew.
A little rusty bucket.
What are we even doing?
I said the wrong thing first.
I know you screwed me up. That's what it was.
Yeah, I screwed up the whole flow, and that's why you're not good at freestyling.
Forgot how to do the scat.
Apparently
My-
I'm not that
Or
good
my
at
tongue
it either.
roll, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
Scatty roll.
Hey, we figured it out.
We're here.
We are here.
Have no fear.
I'm
I
not,
know you missed us last week.
I'm not afraid. Yeah, we're sorry about that.
Busy
we had
weekend.
some scheduling shit going on.
Yeah.
Fucking
Yeah.
deal with it. Tune into somebody else. No, just kidding. Watch our backlog. You know,
Yeah.
Hey, you don't have to watch the newest thing. Watch the old stuff. Too.
All
It's pretty good.
10 of you.
It's pretty good. Yeah. Yeah, the same
We
10.
know your
The
names.
same 10 that probably watched the backlog before too, so it doesn't really matter. You've probably seen them before. Watch them again.
But hey, the shorts were still flowing.
Yeah.
The TikToks were still flowing.
Yeah.
So you got something. You got a little bit of us. A little bit.
Well,
snippets.
except they stopped posting on Monday because I didn't post anymore.
It's okay.
I was out of town, you know.
Yeah.
We had a busy weekend, you know.
Busy.
There was stuff going on.
Yeah.
And, you know, I had to go to my uncle's funeral thing, so I was busy.
Right. I had my-
And you know, God rest his soul. You know, and all that. He was a good dude, and I had to make a lot of pork for it, which turned out really well.
Good.
Really well. I loaded my smoker up way too much, so I couldn't keep it hot. I couldn't get barely up past 200 the whole time.
Yeah.
And so then I started dumping a bunch of fucking charcoal on it and just trying to get the heat up. I did that for like 6 hours to get a good smoke on it. And then the next day I finished it in the oven, kind of more like a braising application with a little liquid in there.
Mm-hmm.
And finished that out for another 6 hours. So those bitches were going for 12 hours. I had 6 full butts bone in. And they took forever, but they turned out great.
Yeah, those bone ends always go long.
Yeah, and you know, not to toot my own horn, but it was really good. Everybody else agreed, which you know, I don't think anybody else would be like, "Oh God, Steve, this sucks," or something. But like, it was well rounded. You know,
Yeah.
not overly smoked, wasn't overly spicy, wasn't too seasoned. It was one of those ones where you probably, if you wanted a little more flavor, you probably could have added a little barbecue sauce to it. But if you like, it was just good, man. It was juicy. I enjoyed the fuck out of it.
No, I mean, normally if you like it, that means it's good.
That's
You know
the
what I
thing.
mean?
I'm my own worst critic, right?
Right. Yeah.
And that was one that I was like, okay, your boy's got something going on here. You know,
Yeah.
your boy's got something going on.
You know, I'm the same on the smoker. Like if I'll be like, it's okay. It's
Yeah.
okay. And everybody's like, what do you mean? This is fantastic. And I'm like, no.
And so I
Could
actually
have been better. Could have been better.
And you know, not to keep tooting my horn here, but I think you would have liked it too because you don't like overly smoked stuff.
No, I do not.
You like a kiss.
I like kiss the smoke.
And so my wife is not a big fan of smoked meats at all. And she liked it. So it had just enough, but not too much.
Yeah.
And I think that's why she liked it, because it's like, it tastes good.
Yeah.
It just tastes good. And there is like smoky, but it's not overbearing, and I like it. She's like, I like this. I'm like, okay, cool. So,
Yeah.
so I think that's even another testament. Like, if she likes it, then I don't even give a fuck what anybody else thinks. You know what I mean?
Yeah. If she's down, then it's all good.
She hates barbecue, you know?
Yeah.
And if I can get her, and this is how it started with steaks and red meat. She's never really a big steak and red meat person. Everything was always well done, and then I started slowly, like, oh yeah, it's your sirloin. I'll cook it well done for you. Slowly get a little more medium well. Wean her away from it.
Yeah.
And I just said wiener.
But
But like wiener off of that whole well done, beef is bad bullshit. And now she loves mid-rare ribeyes.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So give me a couple years, that she'll be like, let's go get some brisket. And like, oh my God, I've never been more in love with you.
That's all it takes.
Yeah. You mean I can love you and eat brisket with you? We can do this together?
Yeah.
This is fucking sick.
Get her man in the pit,
Yeah.
Not that that's hard, just stoking some coals, but
Oh, yeah, dude. I fucking, it was funny because, like, which I'm a little more tanner now because I was down in Florida, but, like, that weekend, I was running the smoker, and I was just laying out on the back deck. Because we had, like, 80-degree weather, full sun, just abnormal,
yeah.
like, hot and sunny. And I'd stoke the fire and just go lay on the patio. Like, wait, like, an hour, stoke the fire, and then, like, go lay on my belly so my back got a little sun. And then even people are like, why are you so fucking tan? And I'm like, well, and I pulled that, like, well, it was nice the other day, and I was running the smoker, so, and I had a few beers sitting on the patio, so I laid out in the sun, and I keep thinking of Billy Madison. It's like, oh, I fell asleep by the pool, and it's like, well, did you fall asleep or did you pass out? Like, I feel like at one point I was a few extra beers deep at one point, and like I probably passed out a little bit, but it was, got a little tan going.
Took a little cat nap.
Yeah, I got my summer base already, baby.
Ready to go.
I was just down in Florida for work, and I walked up and down Jacksonville Beach. I hit Daytona Beach, and then I did a little hike out in the middle of Orlando and just got full fucking sun, man. No, I don't fuck suntan oil or lotion. Fuck sunscreen.
Doesn't oil help you get tanner?
Well, yeah. I guess not. Fuck that. I don't. If you want to get more tan with the oils or whatever,
I think
that's cool.
Some
but
SPF in it, but I don't know.
It does, but not much. It's like 4.
Yeah.
But I don't know. This might get flagged or whatever for false information, but I believe.
Didn't we just talk about this?
That sunscreen is bad. We might have.
I think we just talked about this.
Me and Justin talk about it all the time. I know that. I don't know if we've talked about it on the podcast, but I know me and Justin talk about it.
I'm pretty sure we did, man. It might have been last episode, but it's been 2 weeks. So
yeah. It's been a minute.
Yeah, but you're very anti-sunscreen. I will slather it on. I'm slathering on.
Yeah.
But I burn.
Yeah,
I burn bad. So
you burn till you don't, man. You just got to keep it going.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Or maybe it could be. I mean, obviously,
could be genetic. It is genetics.
And
it is.
Everybody's different. I know that 100%. Like, because I think it's weird that I have red hairs through my beard. I have ginger in my family. Like, and I always say that I'm the day walker. I'm sure I've used that joke on this podcast before, but like, I burn, and then I shake it off. And then I burn, and then once I get a good deep burn, I feel like I got that yesterday. But even today, like, do I look like? I mean, I'm sure I look a little red.
Yeah,
but I don't look like lobster red like everybody else looks. My burn just instantly turns to tan, and then as long as I keep it up, I won't burn again the whole summer.
See, I'll go lobster red. So
yeah,
that's where I'm like, and I've, this is where we're talking Tyler's bachelor party where none of us had sunscreen, and I got sun poisoning.
Yeah.
So
I think I even lobstered on my head and shit because I wasn't even I wasn't building up to it. But that's the thing. I feel like if you build up to it, Just ground.
Oh, I'm sure a little bit. You're just cooking your skin, you
just
know?
toast it up. Just toast it up. Just toast it up.
The more you cook the outside of the steak,
Yeah.
the less red it's going to be.
Instead of slapping yourself on the broiler, hit yourself a little sous vide. Do it low and slow, you know? You gotta put yourself in the smoker there. Get your little crust going first.
So, yeah, he's not recommending that anybody does not use sunscreen or anything. You know,
If it
it's
fits your
user's
skin.
choice.
If
He
it fits
just
your
doesn't
skin.
agree to it.
Yeah.
So,
And I'll even be honest. Once I feel the changing of the weather, once I get done working out, I'll start with 6 minutes in a tanning booth. I'll go to the tanning booth, usually Tuesdays, Thursdays, just to get a little bit. And even then, like, I feel it's hotter. You know what I mean? Like, my skin hurts more, it's stingier, and I'll get a little more of the pinkish, but I build up to it. And then the more I build up, then I can go out on a 2-hour hike in the middle of Orlando with full sun with an 11 UV index of what Google was telling me, and then walk away not dying. You know, it's a little stingy. It's a little hot. It hurt. Maybe just a little, but it's not like if you just walked out there and did it, you know?
right.
You gotta dip your toes in the water, warm up to it a little bit.
Yeah.
And then you get to the point where you're nice and tan and you don't need sunscreen all summer.
Yeah.
Just you never burn again.
Just skin cancer. It's fine.
I want to know how many people, how big was skin cancer until we started smearing chemicals on ourselves?
I mean, I don't know if anybody ran the study.
You think
so
the
that's a
Mayans died of
question.
skin cancer?
They're a little darker in pigment in general, so
Yeah.
there's a good reason for that. So I mean, it's. I swear we talked about this. Did we talk about this?
Maybe. Let's move past it.
Yeah, let's move past it.
Let's stop talking
Let's not
about the
worry about
sun and how good it is.
Yeah, we want it more.
Yeah.
Can it come back out, please? Nothing but rain lately, but yeah. My brother-in-law was in town last weekend, so that was, you had your
Brad.
uncle's funeral, and he was going to come on the podcast, and then it was kind of like that 80-degree weather hit.
Yeah.
And we started cracking some beers early, and then I was like, you know what'd be cool, too? To go out on the boat.
Well, and we were planning on doing like a pop-in early Sunday thing, and then you end up having to do your work meeting went long and shit. Like,
yeah.
we tried a couple different days and
Yeah,
stuff.
Sunday was going to be a good day, and then I was that's the day me and him went on the boat actually, because I was planning on coming after, and I thought I don't normally work on Sundays, but I just needed to for a new customer and stuff, and then it just went extra,
Right.
and I should have expected it, but
Yeah.
that's
all right.
And then by the time I get back home, I'm like, oh man, and then if I go do that, then it's going to be dark out, and then so.
Yeah. I don't stay up late on Sundays.
Right, exactly. too. Yeah, I was like,
Like that's the other thing. I'm the fucking nerd that goes to bed at like 8:00 on a work night.
right.
So like, yeah, and I had to go to that birthday party at 6. So it's timing. Sometimes timing doesn't work.
Doesn't work. But we're here now.
Yeah.
All right. What else is going on? How you been?
Oh, I've been
What's
pretty
new?
good.
Went on a little trip.
Like I said, I landed in Atlanta. Worked my way down to Orlando over 4 days. I forget the name of the second town. It was Atlanta. Did a lab. Drove like 3 hours to another spot. I forget the name of the town. Did that lab the next day. Drove to Jacksonville. Jacksonville's actually a pretty dope city. Jacksonville's pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's just got that Florida vibe, you know?
Yeah.
Atlanta's just too hustler. It's like I was telling my wife, it's like extra Florida, but without a beach, you know? And it's just hot and muggy, and it's just kind of big and stupid for no reason, you know?
Yeah.
But I've never really hung out in Atlanta a lot, so I could be paraphrasing. I know people like Ludacris love it. He sings, even at College Park after dark, I'm gonna hit that sunshine, you know?
Yeah.
And that's College Park, fucking Atlanta, Georgia. But then hit Jacksonville, on my way down to Orlando, I popped into Daytona Beach, just chilled out for a minute, and then hung out in Orlando for 2 days. Got some sun, ate some. I will say this though, I'm not usually a big proprietor or a big connoisseur of the restaurants, they call them. So like Hooters or Twin Peaks. But if you want to see the prime ones, go to Florida. Because I've hit a couple Hooters here and there. Like, their food's not that great. It's decent. But you go in there for the atmosphere. You don't go for the wings. You don't go for the this or that. You want to see some butt cheeks and some cleavage. And if
This is your second restaurant story now.
But I'm telling you.
The last one had shitty service, or wait, what was it? Yeah, shitty service. That's right.
Yeah.
You had really bad service at the restaurant.
But I finally figured out the answer to the equation. Only go when you're in Florida.
Okay.
Because that's where the good-looking ladies are.
Oh, yeah. Sure. Warm weather.
Yeah.
Brings them out.
Yeah. Something about it.
They stay tan.
Yeah. But yeah, no, just hung out in Florida. I went on a fucking hike in the middle of Orlando. It was called the Eagles Roost, and I planned on doing a full 6-mile loop. And I got about 2 miles in, and then the fucking flies started.
Oh, yeah.
Whatever their version of deer flies were just insane. I was swarmed. I had my shirt in my hand, and I was like constantly right shoulder, left shoulder, just flipping it over my right shoulder, over my left shoulder, whip it around my head just to keep these motherfuckers off of me. I was getting so bit up, just so stingy, bing, 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 just everywhere. Started itching and shit, and then I started running because I was like, I'm done with this. And I found a path that cut through, and it cut my 6-mile hike into a 3.2 just to get the fuck out of there. I'm like, I'm done.
Yeah.
It's the worst thing I've ever done in my life, and I hate it. It was terrible. It's terrible, but
yeah, I've experienced some of that before. Not hiking through those hills, but up in Canada. Their horse flies are like, they bite you. It feels like 10 wasps just stung you at the same time. It's like, what the hell?
And I bet you they got some weird bugs if they have to survive the winters up there.
Yeah, there's giant ass horse flies that like hurt like crazy. So you hose down with the high octane DEET.
Yeah.
You want to talk about some skin shit?
Yeah.
Let's talk about some DEET.
Well, that's the other thing. I didn't DEET up either. I didn't
Yeah.
put any bug spray on, so that's probably where I went wrong.
Yeah, but most of the time it's like you can have it on. One of them still, they're coming after you.
Yeah.
They don't
Yeah,
care.
dude, it was fucked. I hated it.
Yeah.
It was the worst hike I ever had in my life.
Why don't you pop the shirt back on instead of swatting with it?
Well, because it was a tank top. You know what I mean? It'd be different. And then I see this other motherfucker hiking, and he's got like those, it's like Under Armour material, like that
Yeah.
sheer material, and it's supposed to be cooling, but it was a hoodie and long sleeve. I'm like, oh, that's what the fuck I need.
Yeah.
That's what the fuck I need right there. But I wanted to get sun.
Right.
So it's like,
He probably looked at you like crazy son
yeah.
of a bitch.
Oh, dude, people were looking at me weird, like this asshole out here with his
Yeah.
shirt off.
What do you eat? You're about to get bit to hell in back.
What a
Nobody can
douchebag.
throw you a warning either, huh? No, they're just like tourists.
Nope.
No.
Well, nobody talks to you anymore, really.
About to find out. You know, like there's like he's gonna find out real
Yeah,
fast.
he'll figure it out.
And not somebody's in shirt be like, hey, the flies are really bad right now. Just so you know, and
Yeah.
you might want to like not go deep in the woods.
Either that, or he's also. I feel like some of these spots are probably mainly a lot of tourists going through,
Yeah.
and probably they might have been like, "Oh, am I overdressed? Is that the local? He doesn't even give a fuck about flies anymore." You know, like they might have been looking at me like, "Look at this
Hey,
guy."
If you get a nice base of bites,
yeah. It's just like tanning. Yeah,
Yeah.
you got to warm yourself
get a
up
nice
to it.
base of it, and then they don't hurt anymore.
Yeah,
It's
once
fine.
once there's no more spots to bite.
Once you're all red and puffy,
Yeah.
and that swelling goes down, your skin hardens like leather.
Yeah, so yeah, that sucked, but yeah, overall, it was a pretty decent trip.
Yeah.
I almost didn't make it here today, though.
Yeah.
I was flying out of Orlando, got my shit got delayed, and it made me miss my connector. And this is the first time ever, because I've always heard like, oh, if you get put on standby, you're fucked, right?
Yeah.
I was like, okay, so missed my connector, and they're like, we'll put you on standby for this flight. I'm like, okay, what happens after that? If not, you'll hit this 8:40 out of Atlanta instead of noon. And so 8:40 tonight, as we're recording this right now, 8:40 tonight.
Yeah.
And I get up to I run from my connector. I had like 30 minutes to get there. And I run to my standby thing, and I'm like, hey, I'm on standby. I don't know what that means. Do I have a spot on this plane? And the guy's like, beep, 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 beep. He's like, what's your name? Like, Steven Schaefer. He's like, beep, 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 beep. Yes, Mr. Schaefer, you're going to be in 26B. I'm like, tits. Because they even had like a sign up, and it said like 3 seats remaining. And I was like, I don't know what any of this fucking means because I've never been on standby. And he does all that, and I look up, it's like 2 seats remaining. I'm like, God damn it, I got one, baby. I just thought they would do it automatically, but I guess you got to like check in to let them know you're there.
Well, they're probably,
so like
there might be quite a few people, and they're like,
yeah,
who's going to come or not?
There were like a dozen after, like you see the people waiting for seats. There's a dozen of them, like seats remaining 3. I'm like, I guess it's first come, first serve then. So I learned that lesson today. Yeah. If you're on standby,
get your ass there.
Get your ass to the fucking podium and check out what's going on,
Yeah. I mean, you hear so many horror stories now about people and flights canceling and doing all this shit, and I still go, do people still understand that we get to fly in the air, like, and how cool that is?
Yeah.
And I know it's like, well, no, it's a common thing now. This is what we do. It doesn't matter. Oh.
Right.
It's just like a car. I'm like, is it though? Is it?
Yeah. Well, and it's one of those things too, where it's like, yeah, you do kind of take for granted the convenience of it.
Yeah.
But in the same right, like, that's even once I got on that noon flight instead of the 8:40, I was just chill. Go to get off the plane when we land in Cleveland, like, I don't give a fuck. I'm not even supposed to be here right now. I get to the shuttle to the parking, and the guy's like, hey, I won't keep you guys keep you guys waiting any longer. Let's go ahead and take off. There's nobody else coming up. There's only 2 of us on the shuttle. It'll fit like 12.
Yeah.
I'm like, hey, man, I'm in no rush. I'm not even supposed to be here right now. I thought I was coming in at like midnight tonight. Fuck, man. It kind of changes your perspective when it's like, oh, I'm guaranteed an 8:40 flight, but I may be able to get that 12. And once you get that 12, like, fuck, dude, life is good.
Right.
Like, it just eased all of my shit. And by the way, I know we've talked about the L-theanine thing.
Hitting 3 green lights in a row.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I know we've talked about the L-theanine thing, and I think you've talked about it, but I've just recently started on it too.
Yeah.
And it kicks, bro.
We're not medical advisors, or
once again,
it's an herbal supplement.
Once again,
not mushrooms.
Yeah, it's an amino acid.
Yeah,
it's a form of amino acid. It's basically when protein breaks down to
protein.
Yeah,
protein. Let's go, baby.
But for some reason, when you take a little extra of this, it calms down that anxiety, and it doesn't get rid of it because I was afraid. I do believe that a lot of my anxiety fuels me, it pushes me, it drives me. It doesn't cripple me like some people.
Yeah,
but it still haunts me, Yeah, and this bitch just takes the edge off. That's all it does.
Yeah,
100%. I still sit there and think like, oh my God, did I put my luggage in the car and I have to reach back and grab it? But I don't have that like almost sheer panic attack of like, like somebody's jumping out of the woods going, hey, did you remember your luggage? I'm like, oh, I don't know. Where it's like, oh my God, oh yeah, my luggage is back there. It's cool. And then I'm so much calmer about it.
Is my children back there?
Yeah, no, it used to be like that fucking knife edge straight to your chest going, oh my God, you forgot something. I'm like, ah. But now it's just like, hey, wait a minute. Do you remember that? I'm like, yeah, man, I got it. It's cool. I'm like, okay.
Right.
Then my life goes on. It just soothes the nerves, dude. It's so fucking dope.
I'm telling you now, I've been, about almost a month in.
Yeah.
Sleeping way better. Sleeping way better.
My sleep still sucks because it's giving me wacky dreams.
It calms down after a bit.
Okay.
I just maybe it's your brain getting used to the dosage or whatever.
Yeah.
Dreams are still a little vivid, but your brain kind of gets used to it. I feel like, and now I've just been sleeping way better.
Yeah.
Just falling asleep faster. Brain's not racing a lot. There's a lot of times being a little bit of a degenerate gamer.
Yeah.
I'll stay up a little too late gaming, and then I try to go and lay down and fall asleep. Got better to make sure TV's off, to put the phone down, just lay down, try to do that stuff too. But even with doing that, I'd sit there and I'd run back all the games in my head, like, how could I have done this better? Whatever it was. I don't know.
Right.
But now I'm just kind of lay down. I'm like, hey, how could I do it? And I'm out. Like, it's just something about it. It's not a sleep aid because it doesn't really make me tired.
So they
It's
put
just
it
something that just
put it in sleep aids to calm your brain down, but it's not like a melatonin or like the active ingredient Benadryl that they put in a lot of them, stuff like that, where it makes you groggy. It just calms your senses.
Yeah. So, because normally, after a few hour gaming sesh of, like my Battle Royale games and stuff I like to play.
Yeah.
A little high intensity, and I get excitement. And,
You're
like, we'll win the game.
Just
like,
say it. It's Apex Legends.
It's Apex Legends.
Yeah.
It's pretty much. That's about all I play.
Yeah.
So. And I win the game, and, it's the last game we play, and we always win it. And yet it's like, because it's the very last game. It's like, shouldn't go to bed on a win. It's like, but I need to because it's that time.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, oh, shit, I'm all amped up now, And normally, I take a little bit of time after that before I go into the bed. But when I go to bed, I'm like, I used to just be up for another 30, 40 minutes to an hour. Now I'm right out.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's something in it.
Just calms it,
Something in it. Check it out.
There is something in it,
Anxiety, restless sleep, any kind of brain bullshit. It just doesn't hurt. I don't think it hurts.
Yeah. It's
excuse me. We both did it.
we looked it up forever ago, or two or three episodes, 1 or 2 episodes ago. If you really want to, I Googled it, read off all the things. It is
recap episode.
Yeah. Well, this is one where you told me about it. I said I was going to look into it, and I finally started taking it. I don't think we talked about this lad podcast because it's been 2 weeks, and since I've been taking it, noticeable difference. I love it. I even took a few pills to the dude at work, who said he suffered with anxiety and shit. And I'm like, well, try this out. Just try it out. What's the worst going to happen? He didn't give me too much feedback about the anxiety thing. He's like, the dreams are crazy. I'm like, yeah, that's kind of cool.
Yeah. I've literally said everybody, I'm like, it helps if you have anxiety, whatever it might be.
Yeah.
But you will have some weird ass dreams. And I think it's more because you remember them less than it wakes you up or anything.
It's like a little nootropic type deal, It kind of does some things and stuff. So
yeah, like I said, like we said before, it's Joe Rogan's Alpha Brain.
Yeah, it's
like one of the major. It's the number 1 or number 2. There's another L-theanine, and then it's L-theanine. And I don't know what the other one is. Maybe we got to find out. We just make our own Joe Rogan's Alpha Brain.
And I'm pretty sure, correct
it's
me if
all
I'm wrong,
herbal supplements.
but I'm pretty sure they're all the base form of branched chain amino acids. That's when you break down protein, you get the branched chain amino acids. And when you break those down a little farther, you get the bases of those. And that's your L-taurine, your theanine, your this, your that.
I think there's taurine. I think it's all of it. So it's all the amino acids. That's and that's basically all it is.
But in proper doses too, because sometimes you can get just dumped on other ones. I know,
I know the
taurine.
The taurine's high.
They smash that in a lot of things.
That's Monster. That's I don't know if it's still a Monster. Was that the one that they took out of Monster?
Well, taurine in its own,
taurine and then
without L, because I don't think L-taurine is a thing.
What's else, well, yeah, of course, obviously Dash. But the taurine, I think, was the thing that was like the one they took out of Monster because it was like too much caffeine or something. I don't know what it is. Drinking a bunch of energy drinks, anyways, is not good for you.
Okay, well, there's L-lysine, L-glutamine, L-tyrosine. Tyrosine is the one I'm thinking of. L-tyrosine is one that I dabbled with for a minute, and that one, in very high doses, kind of gave me heart palpitations. I do believe.
Okay.
I do believe, unless there was something else in my diet that they were fucking around with. So some of these things you do kind of have to take with caution. And then even fucking whenever, because then they were, at one point, this is very early, like maybe 10 years ago that I was fucking around with tyrosine. And then I got heart palpitations again about 2 years ago when I was wearing a heart monitor. And then even later, my doctor was like, there's nothing abnormal with your heartbeat or anything like that. It could be an electrolyte imbalance. And so I'm even thinking, like, so that's salt too much, too little. Like there's so many things. When you start fucking with a lot of these herbal supplements and stuff, you got to be aware of what your baseline is,
Right.
Like what your baseline is. And then you add more. Does it make you better, or does you all this? I don't like the compounds because you can't rule out which one caused a thing.
When everybody's different, right? Your body gets adjusted
and
used to what you're doing, and then you cut it off,
or
you do something different, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh no,
right,
no, we're used to this, we can't adjust this fast. You got to wean it off.
And
that's what they say with a lot of severe alcoholics when they go cold turkey, cut off drinking all booze.
Yeah.
A lot of times they get in really bad shape really fast.
Depends on how severe you are. You could fucking die.
Yeah, you could die. They're like,
what are there? 2 addictions you can die from withdrawals. That's heroin and alcohol.
Yeah.
Or like opioids and alcohol. If you are that deep into it.
Yeah, severe alcoholic.
Yes.
Severe alcohol.
Yeah.
Yeah. They, we're talking people that like just wake up every morning and start drinking and go to bed drinking.
Yeah.
Like they don't stop. They're drinking all day, every day.
Yep.
Those people, they're like, if you literally stop drinking, you will die.
If you've been doing this for the last 5 years, you need a wean.
Yeah.
And then they give those guys, what is it? Fuck, I can't remember the name. Are they barbiturates?
I have no idea. I've never looked into it because I'm not like...
Oh, I've looked because I felt like I've been on the line of dying from a withdrawal before.
That was just a really bad hangover.
Oh, dude, I don't know. I've been in bad shapes a couple times.
Again, really bad hangover. I don't think I've ever seen you waking up every morning drinking until you go to bed.
Well, sometimes.
I mean, I've seen that before. I've seen that before on vacation. But I'm not saying like you were ever like coating white, like, I just need to drink, shaking a can, shaking a bottle in your hand, like, give me a drink, somebody, everything's gonna go death on me.
I don't know. I feel like I might have been close a couple times. When I was working jobs with 3-day weekends, I was pushing the fucking limits.
Yeah, that's
where it got hard, But no, not to delve too deep into that. What were we talking about?
I think that's more your psyche than it was your alcoholism, but yeah.
Yeah.
No, you're just talking about like mixing in these vitamins and stuff.
It was actually probably the severe anxiety that I got after a 3-day binge.
Yeah.
I also got that back in the oil field when I worked 21 and 7s. 21 days on, I'd be sober, and then 7 days straight, I just drank, did shit around the house, drank all day, did shit around the house. We were building a barn back then and shit. So for like 7 days straight, I'm just, I wasn't like hammered all day. I wasn't. I'd get blackout then at the night, but then I'd wake up, crack a beer, go work on the barn and shit, and then I'd be a couple beers deep, buzzed,
Right.
and then at the end of the night, tie it off with the party, with the people, you know.
Back
Do
to
that.
blackout again when you're
Do
doing
that,
it for 7
yeah.
days straight. Yeah.
Do that for 7 days straight. Wake up the next day and have to go to fucking work. You feel like you're dying. That's for sure.
You don't feel
You know.
good.
Oh no,
You're
I
like-
thought for sure I was fucking dying. I got the shakes for sure. I was hallucinating every once in a while. It was not something I like to admit. But
again, I think more mental than any. I mean, obviously, yes, there is physical things happening in your body. It's like, no, but you got to stop. You're like toxin us too hard.
I definitely had auditory hallucinations, 100%. I know that for sure. I never had visual, but the auditory hallucinations, that is, it's a symptom of it. I for sure had that, so I know what I'm fucking like.
I've never had that, but
try it sometime. It's terrible, dude.
No, I don't want
It's
to.
fucking horrible.
I can hardly at our age now. We do 2 days and we're like, oh God, what do we just do? We're idiots and everything is bad and I want to sit in the basement and drink water all day. And like, I don't want to do anything. Yeah. No, it's terrible.
But anyway, what I was going to talk about is that's why I don't like the compounds of all these things. Like, I'm sure Alpha Brain would be cool. You get to this, you get that, you get all these other compounds, but I like to know which one singular is affecting me, you know,
or what it does, at least.
or what it does. Like, how does that one make me feel? How does this make me feel? Like I said, I was dabbling with the tyrosine once because it was supposed to be good for building muscle and shit.
Right.
And I did what the recommended dosage was. And that's when I started realizing I was starting to get like heart palpitations and shit. I'm like, okay, maybe I only need half the dosage of that. So I almost feel like there needs to be a way. Maybe we should start a $1 million idea. We start a company where we let you dabble in some things. You figure out which parts of them you like the most, and then we build a compound for you.
Yeah, we're talking big pharma here.
No, it's for personal things.
Herbal.
Hey, or maybe we group with the DNA people because they can already tell, like, if you're predisposed for cancer or if you're predisposed for diabetes. Like, oh, hey, your mindset this is the kind of mindset that normally loves a little extra tyrosine. Yours almost needs a little less theanine.
That's like a holistic.
Kind of a holistic herbal supplement approach, yeah.
Doctor. No, I mean, I was like holistic. Well, they basically give themselves a title because
those motherfuckers don't use science. So they just they burn sage around you and cleanse your aura, and then they take that thing and they rub it around the bowls so that the noise makes things.
I don't know if that's all of them, Steve. I'm sure there's a few out there that are probably like. And no, they probably don't have a PhD or anything, but because modern medicine is gonna be like, no, bullshit, whatever. But I know the herbal stuff is still like cut into things, and I don't know how much theanine is herbal. I know it's like an extract of like mushrooms and like you say, it's
not an extract of mushroom. It's from protein.
Oh, it's commonly found in mushrooms.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yes, so.
I thought it was just a base for fucking branched chain aminos. That's based from protein, which I guess mushrooms could have some protein.
Yeah, mushrooms do have some protein.
I don't know why they don't have protein.
Some mushrooms do have protein. Yeah. But they
just have cooler versions of protein.
It's a very common protein that's found in mushrooms.
Yeah.
Or whatever it is. I don't know. Probably need to be more research. This is why you can't trust our advice. Don't listen to anything we're fucking saying.
Yeah.
We're a bunch of idiots. But it does work for us. So that's
it. It did. I like it. And I found a new thing that we should try.
Okay.
I saw it on TikTok. Has nothing to do with theanine or anything. And we are both keto dudes, right? You've gone through keto. I don't know if you're doing keto right now currently.
No, but like I still live that lifestyle, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like I still have some pasta and some bread because I have 2.5-year-olds. So, like, I still eat some bullshit because it's around. I don't completely avoid it. But for the most part, like if I'm cooking something, like we have a bag of sugar I've had in my house for now. I'm talking a small, like 1 pounder.
Yeah.
I still have a half pound of it, and it's been in my house for 4 years. That's
Like
how much sugar I use in my house.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I avoid sugar. I avoid like
You don't
carbs.
add-
I try
yeah.
to.
You
But
don't
every
add
once in a
sugar
while-
to shit. Maybe you try to eat a little more whole than you do anything,
Yeah, exactly.
right? Yeah,
Yeah.
pasta, some breading on some things, whatever. But it's not like you do. Like you might be like, hey, I'm gonna eat meat based.
But that being
low
said,
sugar today.
I feed my kids a bunch of pasta and bullshit because it's
I
just
do
easy and you got to get it done.
I do too, because I also don't want to fight them, and then also it's one of those things where like, you know, I don't want to be that guy. Like I just saw where they're like, oh, parents got their kids removed because they fed them a vegan diet and they were dying. It's like, well, I don't know that person was like, oh, Steve got his kids removed because he was feeding them a keto diet and they were dying, which I don't think they would be.
Right now they're super growing. And
oh, dude, they're fucking carb
carbs.
burners.
Give us.
They're
carbs,
carb
give me.
burners.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's all they do.
But I did love the night I made homemade meatballs, and I don't have any carbs in my meatballs, really.
Don't put no breadcrumbs in them.
No, I don't put no breadcrumbs.
It's just cheese, eggs, and meat, basically,
Yeah.
right?
Ground beef, sausage,
Yeah.
eggs, heavy
I
cream.
don't know why I just went, I think I was watering.
You're already
My
like,
mouth was watering thinking of it.
heavy cream.
Oh.
I put some couple tablespoons of avocado mayo.
Whoa.
I like to get a lot of fat in there. You
Yeah.
know, a lot of fat in there. You know, garlic, all your seasonings, a little bit of Worcestershire. I like that little kick of Worcestershire. you know,
Yeah, for
always.
sure, dude.
You don't get much of it, just a little bit.
Yeah.
And you don't need breadcrumbs at all.
No.
I don't know why people actually put breadcrumbs in meatballs, because you're really only doing is drying it out.
Unless you add enough moisture in there, they get spongy, and then
Yeah, but every time I cook mine, always hold together. Not a problem. Not a thing. Not an
But
issue.
I'm saying, like, if you add enough breadcrumbs and then the moisture gets in there, then they become like spongy. You ever? I fucking hate.
Oh, I get
saying
you. I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying.
You go
I know
to Johnny
exactly what you're
Boys.
saying. Yeah.
Johnny Boys up there
I don't know Johnny Boys.
next to the strip. I've been there once, and I had their meatball, and this is probably like 20 years ago. Maybe not that. I'm lying. Let's call it
17.
10 years ago.
Okay.
Somebody's like, oh, we got to go to Johnny Boys. And I was like, what is that? It's like, it's right next to Quaker Steak and Lube. I'm like, why don't we go to fucking Quaker Steak? I love chicken wings. It's like, it's a pasta thing.
Yeah.
And their meatballs are amazing. And like, I don't fucking care about pasta. And this is even before I was keto. I never gave a shit about fucking pasta. You know, it's spaghetti. Who gives a shit?
Right. Yeah.
And then had one of their meatballs, and it's just like, I think it's because, and I don't know, I'm guessing because of the breadcrumbs or something, but they had so much moisture in the balls that it just melted in your mouth, dude. And so I'm thinking, like, if you do it right, if you don't cook it out, or like maybe they slow cooked them,
Well,
they would have had to have slow cooked them.
I'm saying mine.
With the marinara in there and then it soaked into the breadcrumbs. No, I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
I'm just saying maybe that's the proper application for the breadcrumbs, but nobody ever does it like that. They put it in there for no fucking reason, act as a binder, and then they overcook it, and then they dry.
Oh yeah. Dry.
So
shit.
why the fuck you need that? Get rid of the breadcrumbs,
Get them out of here.
egg it, cheese it, beef it.
Yeah. Oh,
Sausage
I
it.
had a bunch of dry Parmesan in mine too.
Yeah.
Sometimes I do fresh. You add more moisture, but I like the dry.
You put the mayo in
The dry is
there, huh?
kind of my I like to put the mayo in there.
Get a little extra
kinda,
fat.
That's my fat and my oil.
That's dope.
A little extra fat. I don't normally use avocado, but I did tonight.
Okay.
Came out fantastic.
Avocado. What did you? What? Hold on a minute.
Fantastic.
What if we get a little stupid with it? Sub out the mayo and just mash some avocado in there.
I mean, you could.
I bet
don't
you
see
that
why
bitch is
not.
gonna be good. Because that's a fatty motherfucker.
I don't see why not. I mean, it'd be a perfect binding agent too.
And that's I have no problem with mayonnaise. I eat way too much mayonnaise. But I've if we're talking health things and all this shit, I've seen too many bad reports about seed oils. Everybody's hating seed oils right now, which is good, like canola oil.
Which means it's probably good for you.
Yeah. No, it's terrible.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is it?
Dude, they started. So Crisco, remember Crisco?
Hey, fat was bad for you too.
No, it wasn't until fake fat came out, and they started saying that animal fat, anything that isn't animal fat is bad for you. I truly believe animal fat was good back in the day, and then they came out with Crisco.
No, they came after you eat red meat, you're gonna fucking die.
Because it's animal fat.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's why. So
you just said they said that animal fat was okay for you. They said it was terrible.
I said animal fat used to be okay for you until they came out with these vegetable
oh, okay,
fats.
gotcha. Yeah.
These vegetable fats, when they came out with them, they realized, when Crisco came out, it was cottonseed oil. Cottonseed oil first started as a fucking engine lubricant. 100%
engine.
Yeah, it was like a fucking machine. It was a machine lubricant and shit. Yeah, and then it turned into all these other seed oils that are terrible for you. One of the fucking presidents had a heart attack, and they blamed it on saturated fats and animal fats. And then you need these unsaturated fat plant supplements. And then ever since then, the obesity rate has just skyrocketed. You can see there's a table from the introduction of these seed oils, and the obesity rate that's when it fucking starts. That's when it kicks.
Like I said, recap episode when I was talking about margin.
Yeah. Yeah.
You were talking about suntan lotion. I was talking about margin.
Yeah.
And you're like, no, but if you look, and I was like, and I can remember this exactly.
All right. So here, so we get off on these tangents.
But it's fine. It's hilarious.
But no.
We just we recycled right back.
Because I had a point. I had a point. I wanted to try this tonight, but I instead came home and took a couple shots of vodka because I had a rough day. But so the keto thing, they make keto drinks that have what they call keto the keto alcohol.
Okay.
That are 0 alcohol.
Yeah.
0 sugar, 100 calories, and it's 7% keto is what they're called. And it's supposed to give you a buzz.
I've been seeing that.
I saw it on TikTok.
The people talking about like, I've been seeing that people are trying to like make a beer that like doesn't get you drunk.
Yeah, and that's why I brought up the keto thing first. And
doesn't give you the alcohol.
We got off on a tangent.
But it gives
now we're
you
here.
the same thing, and I'm like, that's impossible.
Apparently, you're supposed to still be kind of inebriated, and we're not. They just say buzz.
Social. They say social.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I bought them on off of Amazon. I have 3 of them in the fridge over there. I know I've already been drinking, so it's and that's what I was like saying. Like you need to get a baseline and judge yourself from there.
Yeah.
I would love to try them, but they were like $6 a piece, and I've had a few shots of vodka. You've already had a few beers.
Yeah, we're right here.
But I think this weekend I'm going to try them on my own. Maybe next week we get a couple and we start sober and hit them on the episode.
Okay.
Because I'd love to go grab them right now, but I feel like they'd be a waste.
No, yeah, I'm already.
Yeah.
I'm already feeling all right.
I'm feeling pretty good. Yeah,
I don't. No, yeah, doing it now would be pointless.
Yeah.
We need to each have 2.
And they're like $7 a piece.
Yeah, well, we probably need to each get like 3 or 4.
That's the other thing. Like,
how many can you have then?
That's what I was wondering too.
This is probably packed full of a bunch of loopy vitamins and shit. That's like we just talked about.
Let me.
I bet we'll figure it out. No,
okay.
Just wait.
Okay,
wait.
I was gonna say I can go grab the can right now.
We'll save it. We'll talk about
it
next episode. To the next episode.
Because that was the other thing I was
wondering.
Hold up. That was the other thing I was wondering is this something like yeah, you get 1 or 2 and you get buzzed and then you plateau, or do you can you drink like a case of them in a day? Like I don't think they're like that kind of a thing.
No. Well, for one, you're never supposed to drink a case of anything.
Yeah, but we do all the fucking time.
I know, but we're not supposed to, Steve.
We're not supposed to.
Shh, don't tell anybody, okay?
We've said it thousands of times on this podcast.
We've
said it hundreds of thousands of times.
I'm always like,
and we only have 154 episodes, and we've said it hundreds of thousands of times.
It's midnight, and I'm like, I cleaned a case of beer in a day. And
yeah, dude.
And like, I'm proud of it. It's the saddest thing ever. But
you go out on the boat for 4 hours, there's a 12-pack gone. Who gives a fuck? You know what I mean? Like, that's what I'm wondering.
A lot of people.
No.
A lot of people are worried about your health then. In the United States of America, I guarantee 70% of the people would be like...
not the people that care about you. They're going to let you do whatever you want.
Yeah.
I'm not worried about all y'all other motherfuckers.
No, people would actually know you. They're like, that's just Steve.
Yeah.
That's fine. He's fine.
He's like 12 beers deep.
Whatever.
He's had like 18 shots. Leave him alone.
He can still operate heavy machinery.
Yeah. He's going to work tomorrow. Yeah. He's what they call a high functioning alcoholic. Yeah. It's cool.
Now, that guy, if he gets 12 beers deep, oh, you better look the fuck out. You know.
Yeah, but no, like, so I don't think these are going to be like a replacement for alcohol type thing. You know, you're not gonna sit there and be like, oh, I'm gonna get me a 12-pack of these Keto Hall wannabe alcohol drinks and smash all 12 of them. But I do feel like maybe like you know, maybe like on that Sunday, you drank Friday night heavy, you drank Saturday night heavy, you wake up Sunday feeling like shit, and you don't want to feel like shit, but you also don't want to feel like shit on Monday. Maybe pop a couple of those bad boys.
So it's basically you can drink something that's not alcohol. Why don't you just smoke a doobie?
Why? Because sometimes you get drug tested.
I guess
not everybody's allowed to do drugs.
So this is our version of smoking a doobie in a beer.
Got my
maybe without the weed anxiety. I don't know.
My tests for it. What I really want to test for it is.
Well, we can hit all those factors too, right?
Because well, when you said earlier, like, you know, you don't wake up and just start drinking, but I want to.
Oh, I know what your test is.
My test is
butt chugging.
No. Seriously though. Seriously,
good.
Yeah. I appreciate the joke. That was a good joke. Bones in on that one. Sorry. Yeah. Maybe I should phone my ass. I don't know. Let's try it. I'll try that out. But no, my test is like when I wake up on that Saturday, it's like, oh man, it's only 9 a.m. I gotta wait like till maybe like 2 till I take a drink, you know, at least. And I just feel like shit. And that's the only thing going through my mind is I should fucking drink right now. Maybe if I pop one of those bad boys, non-alcoholic, gives you a little buzz. Maybe that could be the in-betweener wiener boy. You know, maybe if anything. It might be like that hangover cure, you know?
It helps the alcoholics.
Well, because here's the thing. There's no better hangover cure than to start drinking again.
Right.
And that's spoken like a true alcoholic. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
And I will admit that. The only time I've ever been able to get rid of a hangover is to start drinking the fuck again. And that's not healthy. You know what I mean? That's not healthy.
As long as you're mixing some water, too.
Yeah. Oh, dude, I stay hydrated all the time.
In like a second.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, I stay hydrated all the time. But like, imagine you get a couple of these bad boys on deck. You get yourself a hard night of drinking. You wake up the next day. It's like, God damn it, I feel like fucking shit. Mimosa? Nah. Bloody Mary? Probably shouldn't. It's too early. Let me get one of these like Keto Hall things and then smash that bitch. I would love if that motherfucker could take me till like, you know, like 8 p.m. the next day.
8 p.m. the next day? What?
I drink later than
you do.
Miracle
juice.
I drink later than you do. That's my thing. Like,
to the next day?
Well, I'm saying to 8 p.m. that night is what I'm saying.
Oh, you said the next day. I'm like,
I meant like that night.
Okay.
8 p.m. next day after drinking the first day.
All right. So you wake up in the morning.
Yeah.
Crack it. Then it takes it 8 p.m. at night.
Yeah. Until I crack my first beer that day is what I meant. Yeah.
8 p.m. the next day. I'm
sorry.
Like, son of a bitch.
I meant 8 p.m. of like that day.
Gotcha. Yeah.
You know, till it's like, if it just scratches that itch, like that'd be fucking dope, right?
Yeah. I mean, if it just took that anxiety, the hangover type feeling away.
Yeah.
like, I'm all groggy and like, I feel like shit, and like I need to get my shower in, and like I'll feel better when I take the shower, and then like, then you get out of the shower and you're like, still a little, I'm a little foggy and everything. If it takes the fog away, absolutely,
Yeah.
The fog, normally you have those 2 mimosas and you're like, all right.
Right.
But then you're kind of back in it too.
That'd be dope if I had a replacement for those 2 mimosas, or that Bloody Mary, or just that quick
But
little.
those 2 mimosas
They're magical.
cost me $1.
Yeah.
And one of them cans is gonna cost me $7.
Well,
And then normally after 2 mimosas,
but if
I
they
can
get more popular, the price is going to go down. I just don't think they're a thing yet. This is brand new shit. I just heard about them like 2 days ago.
Yeah, so we'll do a little study for you guys. We'll do a little study.
We'll try it out.
We'll do a little. She's had to convince me not to drink before I come over here.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna try them out this weekend in the morning. I'm gonna see if I wake up, smash one.
We'll see how bad my kids are,
and see if it levels me out in the morning without wanting to take. If I don't have to fight off that urge to take a shot, if I just had that, like, oh my god,
I'm just curious how they taste too.
Well, the lady that did them, she said they taste like shit, but
I
don't think she was. I also don't think she was a true alcoholic.
Well, that doesn't make that does not matter.
The TikTok that I saw, she's like, I haven't drank in like 3 years and I feel good. I'm like, you ain't shit. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
I'm not gonna drink that then, because here's the other thing. One, I just like drinking beer because I love the taste of beer. I think beer's fantastic.
Yeah,
I think, and we are also
smash some mayonnaise then.
Huh? Some mayonnaise?
Smash some NAs then if you just like it, if it's just for the taste.
NAs don't normally taste good.
Yeah, they do.
NA taste does not taste good.
Yingling's pretty good.
Anyways, besides that,
okay.
I also do want to get my buzz on a little bit. But
there it is.
Every beverage I do drink, and you're the same way. We smash. We consume liquids.
I don't sip.
Water, milk.
Yep.
Oh, not milk free. Sorry.
I used to.
I didn't mean to put that one on you.
Before I got
Kool-Aid, pop. It doesn't matter what it is. That pop, I crack a pop. It's going to last me maybe 5 minutes.
Yeah.
It's lucky. A beer's lucky if it lasts me 5 minutes.
You know what? Here, hold on. Hair down.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry to interrupt you, but I feel like this might have something to do with this.
Yeah.
We grew up in the same era.
Right.
Our parents were raised by Depression era parents.
Right.
And you don't waste shit. Our parents were taught not to waste shit. We then were in hand taught not to waste shit.
Correct.
Would you get your ass beat if you left a half a can of soda laying around? Or get a talking to? Scolded?
I don't remember that. Did you?
Yeah, 100%.
Maybe I did. I don't know.
Finish it or don't do it at all.
Well, maybe I did.
So from an early childhood, can I have a Mountain Dew? And then I'd be like, well, if I don't finish it, I'm gonna get yelled at. So I just smash it. I don't save drinks for later, and I feel like I've tapped
maybe
into
my
that.
brothers did more than me, because we always when my mom went to the grocery store, she came home with 6 gallons of milk.
Yeah.
And that's once a week.
Yeah.
She came home with 6 gallons of milk.
Yep.
For 4 people.
I was just thinking, your brothers, that's a half a gallon per kid.
No, we had a gallon each. Because, we're eating cereal every morning. My mom.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I did the math. Stupid.
Yeah. My mom's single mom. Working, she's going to work.
Yeah.
We're getting dropped off at school, whatever, blah, 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 going to school. So we had literally a gallon and a half each to ourselves. There was an occasional gallon that didn't get rotated right that would spoil in the back. For the most part, those milk got drank.
Yeah.
And so maybe my brothers got it. I don't know. My grandparents on not my mom's side, but my dad's side were hard in the Depression. My mom's side, actually, he was probably fine for the most part.
Dude.
A little bit, but yeah.
So here's...
but he passed away when I was like 2, and then it was just my grandma, so I don't know how things went. But
here's how fucked this is.
But,
no offense.
But that does make sense.
But no offense.
Why we're chuggers.
No offense to my little sister either, but she didn't finish anything ever. And then if it just got laying around, it didn't get wasted. So like, whose is this? And I'm like, it's not mine. Scott be like, not mine. And Chris be like, I think it's mine. She's like, finish it. She's like, I don't want it. And like, here, you finish it. So then I'd have to like smash her drink or like eat her crusty ass fucking Cheerios. Like I feel there's been food like because she was like way younger, so like she's like 3 years old. She like chew on some cookies or something and like leave them behind, and then my mom would be like, "Here, eat this." I'm like, "I don't want it." And she's like, "Just eat it so it doesn't go to waste." It's like, okay, like so like maybe wow, maybe we're unlocking some weird shit about me. It's like, we didn't let anything go to waste, so like I have to consume everything. And
no, but that is very true. What you're saying is very true. Like our parents, grandparents went to the Depression.
Yeah,
100%. My dad's grandma went through the Depression, and he tells me stories about it all the time. Yeah, my dad's dad's my grandma and grandpa. They went through Depression.
Yeah.
It tells me a story of time, how it affected them, and how they forever like switched over what they did, like what they bought and like how they bought things, and like, had a huge food storage in the basement all the time.
Yeah,
and if when any of the canned food was past a year past expiration date, then they give it to us grandkids, like, here, you guys take some canned food. Here, we got all this. Yeah. It's like, it's a year past expiration.
But eat it so it doesn't go bad.
Oh, it's still fine.
It wasn't bad, yeah.
But that's what they would do.
Yeah.
They would just hand it out, be like, no, it's fine. You can just eat it. We did plenty of it, and you're going to be fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it totally makes sense. Now, my parents do that to me, not really, but I can understand then maybe that why it affected our generation, and then us going into the food industry. And then you know what? If you're chugging beer, I'm chugging beer.
Yeah.
You want to chug beer? What's up? We drink a bit. I'm keeping at your pace. It doesn't matter. Like, I'm just, competitive nature and all that stuff too.
Yeah.
And I don't know, maybe my brothers got it more than I did, and I just never realized it, because by the time I was older, I got it good.
And then the other thing too is once you chug one beer, it's sitting there saying like, "Yeah, have another." And once you chug two, then both of them are sitting there like, "Yeah, well, have another." And then it's like it's I explained it to somebody the other day, like, "Yeah, I'm probably an alcoholic on some sort of the way, from definition, like, I can go without drinking just fine. I did it for a year. I do it for weeks at a time. I
don't need to, but I'm just like,
I don't need to. But once I'm not very good at that whole, let's just have a couple beers with dinner, or hey, you want to go out and have a couple beers? Like, okay. And then like after two, it's like, I don't.
Why did I just have two?
Yeah, that's
pointless.
A waste of money. It's fucking pointless. Why would you do this? Like I'd rather just not instead of have two. Like it's either 12 or none. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I know.
I'm saying like maybe like it is a solid 6 to 8.
In a way, yeah.
You know what I mean?
I get what you're saying. Yeah.
I did. However, though, like I was stuck in the airport this morning for a couple hours, and I smashed 2 pints. And that was cool after that, but I don't know. It just that one hit different. It was like, ugh, this is annoying.
$16 a piece. Too.
Yeah, it was $20. It was $20 total for 2 pints of Bud Light, and then also I didn't want to get too loaded on liquid before I got on a flight because I didn't want to piss too much. So I was like, okay, I had reasons to stop, but like if we're partying, it's like, oh, why am I gonna only have 2 pints?
Yeah, I mean,
that just sounds dumb.
Yeah, I think there's a lot to it, but our generation of definitely being like, or maybe it's just us locally. We're a bunch of liquid smashers, but that's about it. So,
or maybe we're just alcoholics.
Hey,
we'll figure that out.
One day they can point a lot of fingers at us, but for the most time, we're a damn good time.
That's true, man. And honestly, I feel like we've rambled on enough, so I got to
think
ask
so,
you,
too.
Bubby.
Woo!
Did you have a damn good time?
I just said I had a damn good time, and that's why I'm telling you, you had a damn good time.
I had a damn good time. Speaking about all this smashing beers, let's cut this camera and let's go smash like.
Yeah, we got 6 more to go down.
Yeah, baby.
See you, bitches.
All right, we love you guys. Be sure to click like and subscribe. Do all that shit. We love you. We sorry missed last week. We're back again this week for you, and we're gonna keep doing everything we can to keep posting content for you guys. Comment, do the things. Let us know if you want to hear us talk about something other than the same shit we seem to keep rambling on about.
Next week will be better. We just had a
maybe next week we'll try and give you a good sober perspective of those Keto Hall drinks. We'll try.
We'll give it a shot. We'll see.
I'm gonna dabble with them this weekend, and I'll let you know if it's something we should explore. But
all
right. Love you guys.
To the next one.
Love you, Cody.
Love you.
We'll see you guys next week.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh yeah. Cheers.
Ciao.
Bye-bye, guys. Bye-bye. Bye.